Okay. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. I'm so sorry we had to start up another live. Okay. All right. So please, if you're with me, let me just know. Just let me know if you're watching me. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Are we together? Please, if you can hear me, you can see me, let me know, please. I don't know what happened to the network issue. Hey, the devil is a liar. Just like that. Please, somebody should say something. I can see two people watching now. If you're here watching me, please just say something. Let me know if we're together. Please, please, please. If you can hear me, let me know we're together. If you can hear me, please. Okay, yes, we're together. Thank you, Hannah. All right, so welcome to the Foundation Must Be Established Conference Part 2. It has been an exciting ride. Yesterday, we were able to talk about a lot of things, and I'm happy with the feedback. Like, I'm happy a lot of us gave feedbacks, and it has been great. It has been awesome. Okay, so today we're going to look at something very, very interesting. Yes, something very, very interesting. Thank you, Patience. Yes, thank you, Adewale Elizabeth. Thank you. I'm glad having you here. All right, so today we'll look at something very, very important, right? These are heart-to-heart conversation, ladies. These are heart-to-heart conversation, and I want you to feel free. I'm reading the comments. Feel free and be engaging in the comments. If you have any question, just reach out to me. We'll be able to talk. All right, and I'll be able to respond. I will answer when necessary. All right, so today we'll be looking at the conversations you must have with your partner, right? The conversations you must have with your partner, okay? Either your fiance, your boyfriend, right? The conversation you must have with your partner in a relationship, right? If you're getting that, please write it down. The conversation you must have with your partner in a relationship. That's what we'll be talking about today. If you remember yesterday, I told you that before going into a relationship, you must know why you want to go into that relationship as a lady, right? As an individual, because I know men are also watching with us. So if you're going into a relationship, you must know why you're going into that relationship. We talked about it yesterday, okay? So today, the first thing I will talk about is if you are in a relationship with somebody, you must set relationship goals. Yes, you must set relationship goals. You must know your big why. Why are you in that relationship with that person? You must set your relationship goals. The first thing is, why are you in a relationship with that person? Are you going to in a relationship for fun, or you're going to a relationship because, okay, I've seen this person as a visionary person that I know that I can be able to build something with him, or you're going to a relationship because, okay, I'm envisioning the future that I can be able to settle down. I'm ready to settle down, so I'm looking for a companion, right? And I have to start a relationship. Or are you going to a relationship because, oh, I need somebody to satisfy my sexual needs, so I just need to go into a relationship. So why are you going into a relationship? What is your big why? Because that why is what will keep you going. Okay, that why is what will keep you going. So you need to know your why of why you're starting that relationship with that person. Two different things. Yesterday, you must know why you want a relationship. Okay, today I'm saying you must know why you're going to a relationship with this person. All right. Have I seen him to be somebody that is visionary? And yes, I can be able to find a companion here that will be able to, build something together. Is that the reason why you're going to a relationship? It's a conversation you must have with your partner. You have to know his why, know your why as well. You guys should know why you're coming together. All right. Know why you're coming together. Then the next thing you should know when you're starting a relationship, when you're in a relationship with your partner, the next thing you should talk about is, where is this relationship leading us to? Where do we want this relationship to lead us to? Okay, that's something you must ask yourself. Where do you want this relationship to lead us to? A lot of people don't communicate in relationship. A guy just come to toast you in the Nigeria word, right? A guy just come to toast you, and then from there, I don't know if you're a toast, you're a bread that needs to be toasted, anyways. But a guy just, that's the word we use, right? A guy just toasts you, and then before you know it, oh, because I love the way he looks. Oh, he's looking handsome. He's looking good. I can just do something with him, and that is all. So you're going to a relationship without goals, which is not a good thing, right? Because you don't even know where you're going to, you don't know your destination. So you need to know why. And then the next thing is, you need to know where you want that relationship to lead to. Okay, if you know your why, then you will know where you want that relationship to lead to. Hey, ladies, let me tell you something. It's not a crime for you to ask a man, if what do you want in this relationship? Do you want a relationship that will lead to marriage? Because it's funny how these days, you're trusting that, oh, a man will propose to me, he will engage, you're waiting and waiting 5 years, 6 years, and then nothing has happened. Because you don't even know why the man came into a relationship. You don't know where he wanted the relationship to lead to. This is a conversation you must have. It's something you must have. Don't be quiet about it as a woman. No, you don't joke with your life and your destiny. No, you don't do that. So you need to ask, why? Where are we going to? Where do you want this relationship to lead to? Do you want this relationship to lead to marriage? It's something you must talk about, something you must ask this person. All right, hear his view, and you also know where you want the relationship to lead to. Now, let me say something. All right, the fact that you're knowing where the relationship will lead to has something it does to your mindset. But you're not there to just catch fun, right? If it ends up not leading to marriage, it means you have learned some lessons in that relationship. You have been able to build yourself in that relationship. He has been able to add value to you, because now you'll be conscious of why and where you're going to in this relationship. So it's not be time for fun. I'm not saying that there's no fun. I don't know how you define your fun in relationship, but I'm not saying he's not going to take you out. I'm not saying you're not going to, go sit down somewhere. I'm not saying he's not going to spoil you like the baby girl life you want. I'm not saying that. But the fun I'm talking about is it just to satisfy sexual needs and that is all? Is it friends with benefits you want? No, that's not what you want. I know you're trusting the Lord that, okay, I want a man that I will settle down with. So you need to converse with this man. Let you also know his plans. Yes, talk about it. Don't just keep quiet. If you're starting a relationship, tell the person that you are not somebody that you just come and, use and dump, or this way I want to come and test and go. You're not that kind of person. So if he's coming with that intention, you should live your life. Ladies, you need to be that focused. Okay? You need to be that focused, right? Now, the next thing you should do in a relationship, conversations you must have, is to set boundaries. Yes, you heard me right. Set boundaries. What is it that you don't want? Talk about it. What is it that you don't want? Talk about it. What is it that he doesn't want? Talk about it. Set boundaries. Okay, we don't want, this is not a sexual relationship. When I was courting my husband, when I went in a relationship with my husband, right? We told ourselves, we had to write it down. We had to write our goals. Okay, we don't want a sexual relationship. We told ourselves, pop and okay. So what are we going to do to avoid this? Okay, we shouldn't be in a closed, secluded environment, closed environment. We shouldn't be, we should ensure that, of course, temptations are there, right? I'm being real with you. But we have to tell ourselves, we have to know where we are, where we find ourselves. We need to be careful on that, because we have said involved. I'm not saying you don't have emotions. Of course, you have to go into a relationship, and then with time, you build that emotional connect with that person, right? But we have to tell ourselves, we don't want this. All right? So that was what we did. And then we had to set goals that, okay, we're going to be praying together, because we knew where we were going to. Because when he came, he told me, I'm not here for play. I'm trusting God that I want to settle down. And that is why I'm here. I've seen you as a woman that, yes, I can walk through this road with. Okay? So we were that intentional. We had that conversation. All right? You need to have that conversation. Don't feel shy because you feel, okay, if I'm asking the guy, maybe he will think I'm desperate. No, lady, you're not desperate. You're just proving to him that you are not a lady that anybody can just toil around with. You're just proving to him that you're a focused woman. You're proving to him that you know what you want. All right? So you must have that conversation and set boundaries. It's very, very important to set boundaries. Okay? Then begin to talk about the kind of home you envision as a woman. Yes, have that conversation with your partner. Talk about it. Ask his idea about marriage. Right? Ask his idea about marriage. See, these are things you must talk about. Ask his idea about marriage. What's your idea about marriage? Get to hear, because we're coming from two different backgrounds, two different cultures. Cultures have infiltrated marriages. They have already taught people some basic things from different perspectives about marriage. We have neglected godly standards of marriage, and we are coming into culture. Right? So you need to understand, because of the background he's coming from, the background you are coming from. You guys should talk about it. Let me tell you, a lot of people have been affected through their background. There are some people that have seen the way their parents' home is, and they feel that, okay, some people want to marry on that basis. Some people feel, okay, I want to correct this thing. I don't like the way my parents' marriage is. I want to do better. Right? So please, you guys should talk about it. Talk about the kind of marriage you have envisioned. Everybody should have a kind of home he has envisioned for himself. So what is the kind of home you have envisioned for yourself? Have this conversation. Don't run away from it. Have it. Let me know the kind of home that you want. Let me know the kind of marriage. What's your perspective about marriage or about two people coming together? Is your own perspective that when you marry a woman, you treat a woman like trash? Talk about it. You have to know. Or is your perspective that when you marry a woman, she has to be doing the cooking all the time? Or are you a kind of person that, okay, I don't eat out, so my woman must do my laundry, my woman must do, or I don't want a woman that do the 9 to 5 job. You have to ask. Right, for your security as a woman, you need to know. Okay, you need to throw some question at him. Okay, how do you feel if your woman is better than you or earns more money than you? You need to talk about it. That's even a financial aspect, which I've not even gone to right now. Okay, you need to talk about it. All right, let the person have an idea of what the person knows about marriage. You need to have an idea. Talk about this conversation. If that person is running away from such conversation, then I'm sorry, girl, he's not that person for you. You shouldn't run away from it. Relationship times are not moments where you just go to his house, cook for him, have romance, and then that's all. You go back to your house. He gives you transport, and then you go back home. It's not that kind of season, right? It's a moment where you guys communicate. It's the moment you guys get to know yourself, get to know your backgrounds, get to know what this person likes and the other person doesn't like, right? That's why I said you need to set boundaries. I need to talk about it, okay? Then the next thing is, right? Like I said, talk about the kind of home you want to have, right? The kind of home you want to have as an individual, right? You need to talk about it. Then you need to ask him about what he thinks about career and dreams, career pursuit and dreams. Hey, let me tell you, we said yesterday you must be a woman of value. You must add value to yourself. You need to know the person's perspective when it comes to a career woman, when it comes to a woman that, wants to build herself, wants to develop herself. These are the things that will help you to know if I can truly settle down with this person or not. But when you don't have those kind of conversations, you're not going to know the person's intention towards all this. That's why a lot of people just go into marriages blindly, and before you know it, a lot has happened. All right, a lot of divorce rates. Or you feel like, oh, I want to go back to school, this man don't want to allow me. You did not tackle that issue when you guys were dating. You didn't tackle that issue. You didn't hear. You didn't, when he says this thing, it's your duty as a lady to confirm and know if truly he means it. All right, it's your duty to confirm it. So you need to ask him about career pursuit. Ask him those relevant questions. Okay, this is my kind of person. What do you want? Let me give you an example. There, sometimes ago, a lady reached out to me and said, she was ordained a pastor in her church. She went into ministry, right? And then she had already told this guy that this is the kind of person I am. Okay, this is the kind of person I am, and probably I may go into this. Right? She didn't even from the beginning. She didn't even know she was going to be ordained a pastor, but she was a ministry kind of person, right? And it happened that she was ordained a pastor. Now they have talked about all those things. Immediately they ordained her as a pastor, he told her that if they're going to get married, she has to leave her church. Now you can imagine that. So she came running to me and said, is she going to choose between career or choose her man? So I asked her, is ministry a career to you? Did you really hear the call of God? She said, yes. I said, okay, let's take time to pray. If he's really your husband, he will stay. But if he's not your husband, he won't stay. And that's why I said you need to be prayerful as a lady. I talked about that yesterday. You need to be prayerful as a woman. Okay? So when she came running to me and told me all those things, I told her, let's pray. And when we prayed, she told me that she had a conviction. God was telling her, please, he's not. Now, it doesn't mean that they didn't have that conversation. But you see, along the line, a lot of things were unveiled. Right? Is when you communicate that you get to know the true intent of the person. Right? That's another point. When you communicate, you get to know the true intent of the person. Now, when she did that and went back and prayed about it, she realized that, no, this is not it for me. Okay? This is not it for me. And they parted in peace. They parted in peace. But of course, she learned the lessons she needed to learn in that relationship. And she left. Now, let me tell you again. Personally, I was in a relationship, right, before I married my husband. The last relationship before I got married, I met my husband. Now, it's funny because I had already told him, this is my plans. Talking about career now. I'm a career woman, sincerely. I love to build myself. I love to achieve greater heights. I love to push and press when it comes to my career. So I already told him I'm a career person. And then this is it. I want to go back to school. I want to deviate, study another course, I'd already mentioned my plans to him and communicate. So I noticed in the conversation he was not so okay with it, but he just told me, all right, it's fine, right? After I went ahead to purchase a form I needed to apply, I've applied for school. He told me he just, he started avoiding me from the beginning. He started avoiding me. He didn't want to see me. He didn't want us to meet. So I was now wondering, why don't you want us to see? From the beginning, it was January that time, and he started saying, we are fasting, we go to church every day, so please we cannot meet now. After the fast, we can meet and have a conversation. So I sensed something was wrong because he was dodging. Let me use that word. Okay, so I had to insist that we meet and talk. When we met, we talked, and then I told him, why have you been avoiding me? And he said he has been thinking about this. He's not sure I am the one for him. I said, okay, why do you say so? And he told me he cannot deal with it, a career woman. He wants a kind of woman that does business. He'll just open a shop for her. She sit there in the shop and sell. It's not my lifestyle. I cannot deal with it. Okay. So when he said that, I say, wow, okay. Now I'm telling you that the period of relationship is where you're communicating, you get to know the person, right? You get to know whether I can continue this or I can back out, right? So when he said that, I say, okay. And he said he doesn't like long distance relationship. That he wants a woman that when he get married to her, she'll stay at home with his kids and raise his kids. He can be doing the work and she stays at home. I said, nah, I didn't bargain for this. Where God is taking me is far. And he didn't tell me that this is where I'm going to stay. You understand? So immediately I told him, I said, okay, I've heard you. Now, the next thing that came out of his mouth was, Sarah, I don't deserve you. You deserve better. And immediately I looked to his face. I said, yes, truly I deserve better. You don't deserve me. I told him that, pop and clear, right? Now, if we were not communicating and I didn't get to hear this aspect of him, I just jumped into the marriage. And then now I want to apply for something. I want to go back to school. I want to work on my career. He will tell me no. And madam, you are in the home already. He can tell you around. Because at that point, since you didn't talk, he assumed you don't have a say, right? You know how African culture is. We give it more to the man, even though I'm grateful that now a lot of women are speaking out. Okay? But you're all speaking out now. They just say, okay, if you're not going to do it, divorce. But because you didn't tackle the issue when you were in a relationship, all right? So that is why you need to tackle the issue when you are in a relationship with this person. Okay? So you need to communicate, career pursuit. You need to talk about it, right? The next thing is you need to talk about the height you want to attain in life. Please discuss, right? Do you want to achieve? Do you want to get to your PhD? Do you want to be a professor? Like, do you want to delve into some? That's why we talked about yesterday that you must know your purpose as a lady where God has called you to fit in. In what industry? In what area of influence have God called you to? Is it the leadership? Is it entertainment? Is it business? Agriculture? Where has God called you to? Is it the information? Is it where those areas of influence? The 7 areas of influence, right? That we have. So where has God called you to? If you know your purpose, you'll be able to know this. The height you want to attain in life. Okay. So if I want to attain this height, I need to talk about it with my man. Let him know so that you know what you are signing for. You're not signing for a woman that will stay in the kitchen. Talk about it. You're not signing for a woman that will just relax. You're signing for a woman that wants to add value, a woman that wants to impact her generation, a woman that wants her voice to be heard. You need to talk about it, dear lady. You need to talk about it. Okay? What kind of height do you want to attain in life? Next thing is talk about the children you want to have. Do you want kids? Do you love kids? Ask him those questions. These things will help you to know what you want to build, the kind of foundation you want to establish. It will help you, lady. It will help you. These questions may look awkward, but I'm telling you, you need to have these conversations with your partner, with your boyfriend, with your fiance. You need to have it. If you already know where you are going to, where you want the relationship to lead to, you need to have this conversation because this is what will set the foundation for you, right? This is what will set the foundation for you. So you need to talk about it. Are we following? If you're following, let me see your comments. Let me see your comments. If we're together, let me see your comments. All right. So you need to talk about it. Yes, Esther Bello, I can see you. Happy to be here. Happy to have you, rather. Yeah, I can see you guys. So let me see comments and know that we're together. All right. So you need to have that conversation with him. That if you love kids, okay, how many kids do you want to have? While we're dating my husband, I we had when we had that conversation, my husband said he wants just one child. I said, me, I don't want one though. I can't give birth to only one child. I beg. He said, in fact, at some point he didn't want to have children. I said, why? He said, no, it's not just his thing, right? He just wants to be focused. And I said, oh, God, it's not what I bargained for. I want to have kids. You understand? And he said, okay, how many kids do you want to have? I said, I want to have four. No, okay, it was three. Yes, I said I wanted to have three kids. So I want to have three. Husband say, no, it's one. It's one. I say, okay, one. I say, no, we have to come to an agreement. We later came to an agreement that, okay, we'll have to. Like, we came to a balance now. We'll have to. You understand? So imagine if we didn't have that conversation. I was just going to marriage and the guy is saying, you cannot have children though, and you will not be staring. What did you say? Right? Or he will tell you, I cannot have children in the relationship. That's why you know that, okay, can I deal with you? You understand? Okay, Adewale, yes, I can see you. Right? So you need to talk about it. How many kids do you want to have? Talk about these things. It will help you. Now you need to talk about roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities. How does he look at a home? Is he a man that can help his woman at home? Does he believe that marriage is partnership and not a one-way thing? Right? Does he believe marriage is partnership? You need to ask him. My sister, ask. So if the man don't bring up the conversation, you need to bring it up. Because like I said, you're not going to a relationship with for fun. You're going to a relationship for a purpose. All right? So you need to talk. Those are the things you do in this season of relationship. Why do you relate? This is how you get to know yourselves. This is when you communicate. But when you don't talk, you just want to live the baby girl life. You just want him to go and spoil you, to take you to different eatery. You know all the eatery in your environment. You know all the wine shop and pizza whatever shops in your location. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. But what is important to your destiny is what you need to pay attention to. What is important to your destiny is what you need to pay attention to. So, my dear beloved sister, you need to ask him, what are the roles and what does he think about roles and responsibility in a home? Right? I'm giving an example myself because I practically live these things I'm telling you. I will not come and preach to you. I don't preach the gospel and I don't practice. That is my logo. I don't right? I don't preach the gospel. I don't practice. Okay. So I'm telling you what has worked for me and it's still working. I've talked with my husband then when we're cutting. I said, okay, what do you think about roles and responsibility in the home? My husband said he doesn't want his woman to suffer, right? He doesn't want his lady to suffer, his wife to suffer. That the kind of home he has envisioned is the one that he'll make everything available for his wife. And of course, he'll be helping out. And we are going to share roles and responsibilities in the home. Right? Now, I told my husband, okay, I'm not somebody that loves to do laundry. I told him when we're relating, when we're in a relationship. I don't like laundry. Like, see, I'm saying it now. I'm not ashamed for this one. This one is not part of me. I can wear clothes, dress up, look good. Tell me to wash. Even when I was still single in my father's house, there's a woman that does my laundry. I'll pay her to do my laundry. It's not pride. It's just a weakness that I tried hard. I couldn't overcome. And let me tell you why I couldn't overcome it. Not like I cannot, if you give me clothes to wash, I will not wash you. But I was a busy person. I was working 8 to yes, it's literally an 8 to 5 job, right? Leave the house before 8 o'clock, before I come back, sometimes 7 p.m. in the night. So weekends, I still work till Saturdays. The only day I have for myself is Sundays. Okay, so that contributed because of my kind of activities. Contributed. That's what I'm talking about. Career. You need to ask all those questions, right? Things that will be easy for you. So when I discovered that was happening in my life, my dear, I had to tell myself, I can't do this one day. So I had to be outsourcing when it comes to washing laundry. I'll outsource. So I had to tell my husband we're relating. He had to know that part of me. That's what I'm saying. You need to communicate so that when we are married, it won't be a surprise. You come and say, this one I did not tell you, didn't tell me, you have to do it. No, until today is like that. God blessed us with a washing machine. My husband will still do the laundry. That one, he knows me with. He's covering me in that aspect. And then my own husband, I realized, he cooks, but kitchen is not his thing. So me, I love to cook. I will do it for you gladly. I love to do it, right? I love to sweep. I can sweep the house for you very well. I love to sweep, right? I will do it. Sometimes my husband do the dishes. We had to talk about it so that we know how we're going to share responsibilities. And we talked about this in relationship. Get me, oh, in relationship, not even in marriage, oh. Because these are how you start laying the foundation. These are the blocks you are laying, getting to know yourself. When they say getting to know yourself, it's not getting to know yourself intimately they are talking about. Get to know yourself, get to know the do's, the don'ts, the likes, the dislikes. That is the conversations you need to talk about in relationship. I hope somebody is following me. Talk about the rules roles and responsibilities. What he doesn't want you guys should talk about it. Do you want to get a help in the house? Do you love the idea of help? Personally, we told ourselves we don't want the idea of help in the house. So, and let me tell you what this does to you. When you have an idea of these roles and responsibilities, when you get married, you will not permit a third party coming to tell you otherwise. When we got married, let me tell you the truth. A lot of people started talking. Oh, he's the one that is fetching water. Okay, literally, I don't like fetching water again. Now, not because I don't like fetching water. Now, in my father's house, we had a well that it wasn't a struggle to fetch water. Now, when I got married, there's no well but borehole, okay, in the community. So I'm not somebody that already I can't take water from a distance because in my compound, my father's compound, then it's just something I just take and go inside. All right. So, but then I'm not this fetching water kind of person. All right. So we had to talk about it in the relationship. We had to talk about that. And then we had to talk about where we want to even stay. Okay. So we talked about that particular thing. And I told him, okay, me, I'm not the fetching water kind of person. No, I just want water to run through everywhere. And then as God we have it, God has blessed us with the tank. Now we're connected water. Okay. So I'm just saying that we had to settle these things in a relationship before getting to marriage. Right? So it's during the relationship that you know this. If it will work out, it's through your communication you will know. If it won't work out, through your communication you will know. But you need to talk. If you're not talking, that's where there's a problem. Now we got to a point that we had to talk about where do we want to stay? We have to talk about that, right? When we know that we're advancing and we know that we're going closer, we're getting deeper, that okay, we're gonna settle down. All right. Yes, communications has vital role in relationships. Strong point. Thank you so much. Thank you, Patience. Yes, thank you, Patience. That's it. You need to talk about it. All right. Now, the next thing you need to talk about is how you will cope with your dreams. Is he somebody that is supportive? Will he support your dreams and ambitions in life? Is different from you telling him about your be a career person, your pursuit. Now, how will he cope with your dream? There are men that are insecure. Let me tell you, my sister. There are men that are insecure. And you begin to notice that in a relationship. That's why I tell you, relationship, when they say relate, it's a season where it's a season for you to get to know yourself deeply. Get to know yourself deeply. Don't go into a relationship and you just want to take every bullshit that comes because you are desperate. No, I've seen a lot of people that are desperate and they went into it, rushing. Some people went into marriage because of friends. Some people went into it because age is catching up with them. What kind of lie is that? Where are you getting it from? I'm not encouraging you to stay till you're 40 or 50 to get married. But please, everybody has his race in life. Everybody has his destiny. We are not competing. This is the way. Has there seen another person? This is the way. So don't feel like it's a competitive war. Nobody is competing with you. I know that society has pressure on us. I know that a lot of, we get pressure even from our own family members. They tend to feel like you have to go there, or somebody reached out to me sometime and said her family are pressuring her that she has to get married. She has to get married. And she feels like age is even catching up with her. She has to get married. I said, my sister, and she's now complaining of the person she wants to settle down with. She's complaining that this person I'm in a relationship with, I'm already seeing the red flags and the warning signal. I said, and you want to still go into it because of what people are saying. Listen to me, people's opinion about you doesn't matter. People's opinion about me doesn't matter. Tell yourself that. Don't go into it because somebody is pushing you. Don't go into it because you're scared you're not gonna get somebody that is going to get married to you. Or when you're 40, nobody will come. Or when you're 30, nobody will come. Who says so? If you follow my teaching from this conference, from yesterday, how I've told you, you can work on yourself, you can build on yourself. If you follow these teachings and then you're still having a conversation with the person you're in a relationship with, I'm telling you, my dear, you're going to get it right. You want to get it right. This is the foundation you need to lay so that when you go into marriage, you are not assuming things. So that when you go into marriage, at least you've known this person to some level. You won't totally know a human being, but this is the foundation. That's what we call it, the foundation. Anything will be a build up on it. Okay, so you need to talk about it. Talk about how the person will cope with your dreams. If that man is insecure, please, you need to address it. And let me tell you, I used to tell people, any man that is insecure, that can't handle your dreams and your vision in life, is not your husband. I will repeat, any man that can't handle your dreams in life, any man that is insecure and feel he doesn't want you to be more than him, he's not your husband. Take it from me today. Okay, you don't get a man who will feel that if my wife has more money than me, I cannot cope. We have situations. I've heard of a man who killed his wife how many years ago just because she got a promotion at work, and then she has millions in her account, and then he killed his wife. The family has been on case left, right, and center. Finally, they just had to say, no, let's just bury our daughter. Right? That's not the kind of life you want. So if that man is insecure, my sister, respect yourself. Respect your destiny. Because number one, I told you yesterday, you are not created first for a man. You are created for a purpose. So it's not all about him. Respect your life and your destiny and the vision and the purpose that God has given you to fulfill in life. Okay? You need to do that. Right? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Are we following up? Let me know. If we're following up, yes, I can see people are watching. If you're following up, let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Yes, we're doing so much. We're doing so much tonight. We're doing so much tonight. Are we together? Please drop me some comments. Let me know. Let me know. I can see people coming. I can see. Yes, I celebrate you guys. Okay. Yeah, Patience. Thank you for sticking with us. Elizabeth, Esther, who again? Hannah Sampson. Yes, thank you. Thank you for following. If you're getting value, let me know. Put it down if you're getting value. If you're getting value, let me know. Let me know. Yes, now another thing you need to talk about is you need to talk about how he sees family. What I mean is his own first family, like his parents and his siblings. How does he see them? When I mean how does he see them is there's somebody I know that is having this mentality of, I want my mother, even if I get married, I want my mother to be the next of kin. Just like Hakimi Abi. That Hakimi story is funny anyways. Well, I don't want to talk about that. But then, okay, yeah, we're following, man. I'm getting value. Thank you, Blessing. I'm getting you. All right. So there's somebody that said, this one I know him personally, that he wants his mom to be his next of kin even when he get married. So how do you see your family? Are you somebody that your family can interfere in your marriage? Because there are people that will tell you, there are men that will tell you, I hold my family so high that anything they say, anything they decide to stand. There are men that are like that. You need to know the place of his family in your home. Okay? You need to know the place of his family in your home. Right? See, let me tell you something about union that people don't understand from godly perspective, because I love to use the word of God when it comes to marriages and what I do. I don't want to use the worldly standard, okay? Because the world has given so many meaning to things today. Now listen, when God was creating man, right? He said, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord, right? Good. He also talked about something. God said, and a man shall live. He didn't say a woman. Let me take you somewhere, and don't tell me that, because a woman automatically, the man takes you out, right, from your parents. Why did God emphasize on the man? Let me tell you something. He said, and a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. You must live. That living is not just a physical living. It is also a mental living. It is also an emotional living. I know you love your parents so much. But if a man is following us here, you are coming to form a family, your own family. God is bringing you out to form another unit. Okay? So you need to talk with this man. We have issues of in-laws today in many marriages, that they will come and scatter your home and go. These are things you need to address in a relationship. Yes, these things are in level. They are in levels rather. So I'm just telling you the things you need to communicate with your partner when it comes to relationship, right? So you need to ask questions too. Ask him, how do you see, parent interference in marriages? Are you somebody that when you feel that it's okay for your siblings to come and stay with you? Talk about it. Oh. Let the person know now. You a lady, are you okay with it? If you're not, address it in the relationship. These are things you'll be getting his perspective about, so you know what you're entering into. Okay? I'm being honest with you today. If you live by these things I am teaching you today, I'm telling you, you will get it right. And you will know at what point if this person is not the man for you. You will know from these conversations, you'll be able to know, right? So please, I'm not saying when you meet him one day, that's when you start bombarding the question. These are things I'm telling you, your period of relationship you need to do. You're getting to know that person, your period of relationship. These things will determine if you can settle down with this kind of person or not, right? But why people don't get confused? Because they look at, things that are not of so much importance. That's what they judge to settle down, right? And that's why we'll be talking about criteria to make marital decisions, right? We'll be talking about it. So most times people just feel that these are the things. Oh, once he's good looking, once he has the money, once he can take care of my needs and can take care of my family members. Ladies, some ladies think like that. I'm just going to get married to him. No, there are important things that relate to your life and your destiny that you need to talk about it. Okay? So please know his perspective about parents. Know if he has this perspective of a man must leave his father, his mother, and cleave to his wife. You must know if he has that kind of perspective. Okay? Now, another thing you need to understand when you are in a relationship, right? And the kind of conversations you must have with your partner in a relationship is, what is his perspective when it comes, right? Are we together? Okay, yes. Okay, we're following. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure we're together, right? Now, the next thing you need to know and ask this person, right? If you're communicating in a relationship, right? You're communicating in a relationship to get to know this person. What is his perspective about raising children? You need to talk about it. What is his perspective about raising children? I'm saying this because I've seen a lot of people miss it, and that's because something happened. Something went wrong in the foundation. Okay? What's his perspective about raising kids? Does he want to raise godly kids? Right? Does he want to? Is he somebody that is willing to train his children in the fear of the Lord? Is he somebody that is willing to educate, like make his children pass through education? Right? When I mean education, it's not just schooling. That's not just education. We have to talk about it. Like the kind of home, the kind of children you want to raise. You need to ask those questions. See, sisters, you need to be relevant. And in your relevance, that's how you're going to be. The man will know that this woman said has sense. Right? You have sense. Okay? Let me tell you another thing I did when we were courting my husband. We were very intentional about adding values to ourselves, right? So we had relationship books. We gave ourselves targets. Every month, we must read the relationship book and we'll come to do a review together. Yes, that was what we did. Every month, we must read relationship books. Separately, we share the PDF files. For some, if you can't do the PDF, we get a hard copy. But we shared it. We were reading. When we read, of course, we had to be encouraging ourselves. I'm impatient, so I'll soon finish. When we chat like that, I'll say, okay, I'm this page, where are you now? That's what we're doing. We had to read relationship books that were adding value to us, and we're getting to know ourselves better and building ourselves. Then we'll come to have a review and talk about issues, right? We'll come talk about issues. Another thing you talk about is, now I know some people will say, I don't need to share my past. I don't need to, talk about what happened in my past. Yes, there are stages at which you do that. Okay, you don't just do it at a preliminary stage of a relationship where you're just getting to know yourself, just start opening yourself. Because I know there are some people that have opened up their past and it has led to problems. It has led to the man just saying, no, I can't deal with you. Okay, you must get to know this person very well. And it has gotten to a point where you feel, okay, he's engaging to me, we're going to settle down together, And then now you know that, okay, let me tell you one good thing, one interesting thing about this kind of relationship. When you guys are relating like this and you're conversing and you get to know where you're going to, you know why you're in a relationship, you know where you want the relationship to lead to, and you guys are having this kind of conversation, and you guys are convicted, because that's what we're talking about. Criteria to make marital decisions is when number one is conviction, right? So when you're convicted that yes, I'm ready to settle down, this is the person for me. You won't be that kind of person that's coming to post on social media that he has proposed to you. It won't take you by surprise, because you guys have structured your relationship already, right? When I see ladies just say, "Oh, he proposed to me," why are you surprised? I'm asking myself. I'm not saying you should not do proposal and engagement, though. That's not what I'm saying. But the question is, why are you surprised? How? Is it that you were in a relationship and you were not sure where you guys were headed? That's why you're now shouting or disturbing us on social media. You can do your shine, or is your own. Hey, let me tell you, my own is funny. The day my husband put a ring on this finger saying engagement, he has paid my dowry. And I didn't shout, I didn't make noise. He paid my dowry in March. He engaged me on my birthday. At some point, I was wondering, I said, what kind of engagement is that? At some point, I was asking myself, what kind of engagement? Because the thing is, we had structured our relationship. So we already know. When he told me he wants to get married to me that day, let me tell you, it's funny, but it's not funny at the same time. I know you will learn something from it. We went to the mountain to pray, because that was what we're doing. The period of our relationship, we told you that I told you that we told ourselves that we have to be praying. So we had a mountain, where we're staying not far. We're going every morning. I'll leave the house. I'll meet him somewhere at the a junction where we can get a cab. We'll go to the mountain and pray, right? On that mountain, Mr. Man say, God has told me it is time. And I say, time for what? He said, it's time to settle down now. I laugh first. They say, Sarah laugh, ba. I say, the team followed me because my name is Sarah. I laugh first. I was like, okay. So what is it? I said, please keep quiet first. It was the next time we come to pray that God dealt with me on my own path. He said, Madam, I told you it is time. It's time. You guys should start preparing. So that's one beautiful thing about laying this foundation I'm telling you about. You guys will know that your relationship is structured. You know where you're going to. It's not anyone that anybody is taking you by surprise. I'm not saying surprises are not good, but even if you do it, it still came to me as a surprise, because I wasn't even expecting any ring on my finger. So it was on the day of my birthday. He has to connive with my friend. I don't know if she's watching me right now, anyways, but she was one that did that thing to me. He had to connive with my friend, and she told him my ring size. I don't know how she got that, because I just remember that we were together and she was asking me, hey babe, because I love rings a lot. In fact, now I don't put them more. I used to put rings. So that day I had rings on my finger. She said, hey babe, this is your ring. I like it. What's the size? And I told her. When I told her, I didn't know that they were plotting something with my husband that time. Okay. So, but then that was I just smiled. I was swept over my feet. Ladies, those moments will come. It's good. But all I'm just saying is, let's not be that the day he will not propose, like, he really proposed? Really? I didn't see it coming. If you have a structured relationship, you will know that, okay, one day you'll put a ring on the finger, right? And you guys will know where you're headed to. Okay? I hope we're together, right? I hope we're together. You're going to know that, yes, it's going to put that ring on that finger. So it's not going to be something that it's going to be surprising per se. The only surprise is you will know the day he will put it, but you will know that, yes, you guys are working towards settling down. Now, this is another thing I have to talk about very importantly. When you are relating, please have mentors in your life. Have mentors in your life. Have people who can guide you. Please, it may sound foolish to the world, but I'm telling you, it helps. It helps, right? When I was in a relationship with my husband, I took him to people I trusted. I took him to people that I know will have to see if this one, I'm not saying they will give you, they're not the ones to validate, right? You have to be convicted to settle down, but it helps you because it keeps you on track. It keeps you on track. Because if your mentor knows the person you are together with, or your spiritual father knows the person you are together with, there is a way the relationship goes. It is structured. That's what I'm talking about, right? Please, we want to build godly hope. God is intentional about marriages. Why do you think the enemy is attacking homes and marriages, that we have a lot of divorce rates? Why do you think? A godly home is a threat to the kingdom of darkness, in case you don't know. A godly home is a threat to the kingdom of darkness. So, my sister, have mentors in your life. Have people that, yes, they'll be able to say, okay, because of the person you are, right? Okay, from my perspective, I think this person is also okay because your mentors will have conversation with him. I took my husband to my mentor's place. I took him to my spiritual father. This is the person, daddy. This is the person. I took him and they had a conversation and they knew I said, okay, our daughter is in good hands. I took him to my father as well when I was relating. He did not come to pay anything to, but my family members were in the picture of it. Okay? Not this kind of roadside relationship that you just meet him on the road. If he wants to see, he comes in the night so that nobody will see and you call you through the fence. No, if he's really meant good, any man that wants something very good, he will tell you, no, I need to step into your house. Let me enter. You understand? So it's not something that relationship is not a period where you'll be doing a hide and seek. That's not what you want. That's why I said from the beginning, set goals. Know why you're in that relationship. Know where you guys want to go. Okay? That process does not mean it's leading to marriage now. No. But that is giving you a foundation, it's giving you a structure, or know what to build on. Right? It's giving you that leveling ground. It's something you have to do. So have mentors in your life, have people who can guide you, have people that you can take this person to. And when they see him, they'll say, okay, this is the person, my daughter. So there are some things they may see that you may not have seen. And they might just call you aside and say, okay, I noticed this, but you just put an eye. They're not there to destroy that thing, that relationship. No, but they're there to help you, right? They're there to help you. So mentorship is very, very important. The place of mentors, you can't neglect it. All right. And I'm telling you, ask the person you are relating with. Ask him, who is an authority in your life that you know you submit to? Any man that does not have an authority in his life that he submits to, my sister, let me describe. Run for your life. Run. When I mean run, you run for your life. Right? He must have an authority in his life that he submits to. Is it his father? He submits, he listens to his dad. Okay. So that when tomorrow I settle down with this person and I know that he's giving me strong head, I'm not saying you should go about reporting your husband to anybody or telling people about your home or your marriage when you now settle down. That's not what I'm saying. God is someone you communicate to, but at the same time, you know that God used people too to talk to us. Okay. If somebody can help you, there are situations I know that arise that came up in my marriage that yes, I told God, but I needed somebody to hear me out. And I went to somebody that my husband submits to and listens to. And the person sat us down and talked. And of course, I got peace in my home. Okay? So you must have an authority the person must have an authority in his life. Who is the authority he submits to? And each and every one of us submits to an authority. There must be an authority you're submitting to. Okay? So I am telling you this so that you understand. Right? Okay? Okay. All right. So I'm saying something from Blessing, right? She said, talk more on guys that know what you pass. I'm not getting this. On guys that want to know your past life. Okay, guys that want to know your past life. Okay, I understand what she's trying to say. Talk on guys that wants to know your past life. Okay, like I talked about your past. I said relationship are in levels. Okay, there's a preliminary stage that you can't just start telling somebody, oh, this is my lifestyle. This is what I did before. No. There's a stage you can't talk about that because you're still observing this person. We all have history. We all have a past. I, for person, yes, I had a past, I had a history, right? And it was when I know that my husband I have seen the qualities I wanted in a man. I've seen that he has these qualities. I've had certain conversations with him. And I know that, yes, this is the man for me. And I knew his intention towards me. And I knew the love that this man had for me. Okay. So when I saw that we're close to settling down or something, right? I was able to tell him, okay, these are some of the things I know I experienced in the past, right? Can you be able to cope with this? All right. And before you do that, please pray. Yes, I'm saying it. Before you do that, please pray. If that person is truly for you, and at that stage of your life, you're ready to open up. All right. You're ready to open up. When you know that, okay, you guys are about to cross the bridge. But I mean, cross the bridge. You're moving to the next stage of your relationship that you guys know that, okay, you're getting engaged. He has gone. He wants to go see your parents or something. He has made that little of those steps or that conversation. You'll be able to reach out and say, okay, pray about it. Very important, so that you know how to relate it to this person. If he is your man, he will stay. Okay. And sometimes don't judge the person. Maybe you must have told him. It depends on your past. I don't know. I don't know your past, but it depends on your past. If it's something that, okay, you're telling this person and he may feel angry for some time, he may agitate for some while, don't feel bad at that point. Don't feel as if he has left or something. There are people that feel bad at that point. Okay. They feel that, why would this happen to this person I love so much? Some guys think like that. All right. So they may just need a time, distance a bit. They may just need some time to pull out. All right. Allow them, but they will come around. Right. They will come around. Sometimes the men need space, right? They will come around. So when they come around, you guys should still have a conversation around it. Make sure it is settled, right? Make sure it is settled. And like I said, pray about it. If it's something that you feel that maybe this man is going to disrespect me, okay, Esther, I don't have a question. Please just type your question, Esther. I will read it out. Blessing, I hope you're following this, and you know, if your question you're satisfied, let me know, please. Just go on. Okay. So sometimes you may decide to feel that maybe if it's a past that you feel that this man is going to look down on you, he won't respect you in marriage, my dear, it's better you talk about it in a relationship than for you to get to marriage, right? If he reacts otherwise in relationship, you will know where you're headed to. You will know if I can still continue, or you will know if let's go on. It's better a failed relationship than a failed marriage. I'm telling you the truth. It's better a failed relationship than a failed marriage. So it's better you know how he reacts to that past in a relationship than for you to come and open up in a marriage. You're keeping it as a secret. The day he realizes in a marriage, he may scatter that home, because he will feel that this marriage was built on lies because you were not able to open up to him. All right. So you need to talk about it in relationship, and you must know the stage of your relationship at which you're able to unveil your past or your secrets to this person. Right. I hope, Blessing, I've answered your question. Okay. So Esther said, in a case where you have a child out of wedlock, will you have to stay long before telling him? No. That's no. It depends, right? You don't have to stay long before telling him. If you're now, the thing is, it still depends on the lady, because there are ladies who hide their child, like they don't want to say they have children. I've seen that affected people. They've been hiding that for a while and they're not proud of it. Okay. But there are ladies who, yes, this is my child, this is my child. If you are coming to me for a relationship, I will let you know. That's why, if you notice, I said it depends on your past. All right. I talked about that. Okay. Won't you tell him at the preliminary stage? Yes, because that's why I say it depends on your past. So you can tell him at the preliminary stage, okay, I have a child. That's if he's coming, I have a child. Can you marry somebody that have a child? Can you stay with someone that have a child? Have his perspective about it, okay? So you can have that kind of conversation. That's why I said it depends on your past, okay? I said it depends on your past and how you want to open it. That's why I say if you know it's something that he's going to disrespect, you feel you're scared, he may disrespect you, where you're getting married. That's why I still say you have to still tell him the relationship before you leads to marriage. It's better you know his reaction in the relationship before marriage. Okay. So you can tell him that at a preliminary stage. I think that's a past you can't hide. That's a past you can't hide. You can't run away from. So I've seen people's home that has been scattered because they hid this information, right? And I've seen people that when they now say it from the beginning at the preliminary stage, when they just say it, the person is saying, no, I'm no longer interested. It's good he has expressed himself that way before you guys even go further and he just breaks your heart. Okay. So it depends on your past, please. Right? Esther, I don't know if I've answered that. If I have, please just drop me a comment. If I've answered that to your satisfaction. Okay. It depends on your past. It depends. So if it's this kind of situation, please tell him. Tell that person at the place. If you're comfortable by saying it that time, please go ahead and say it. Right? Say it. Have that conversation. This is the problem, right? Or this is rather right. This is my past. I have a child. Okay. If you're comfortable with it, fine. Let me know. If you're not comfortable with it, well, let me still know. All right. Before we even go further. There are ladies that are blunt like that. But there are ladies that will still allow it. Okay, yes, I have. Thank you. Thank you, Esther. Right? There are ladies that will just feel like, no, I don't want to tell him now. Maybe, and that's as a result of sometimes you are scared, you don't want to lose the man. So you wouldn't blame that lady at that point. When she now comes to open up, the man now feels like I can't do it again. But sometimes the man forgives and still move on. Okay, it's a two-way thing. But please don't hide such information. I will totally discourage that. Don't hide it. Make sure you open up and tell the person. Tell the person. It's very important you do that. All right. So yes, I think I've talked a lot. If you got value in this class, please just let me know. Let me know. Right? You can just type. You can just type. Okay, Blessing. Yes, you're following. All right. So if you got value for this class, please let me know. Let me know that you got value for this class. Right? Yeah. So day 3 tomorrow, we're going to be having a conversation on WhatsApp. Please, if you're not on the WhatsApp group, If you're not on the WhatsApp group, I beg you, please join it. I think I don't know if I can drop the link to the WhatsApp group here for those that are not there, right? But if you have my number, I think if you go through my videos here, you're going to see my number. I think yesterday, yeah, on the live video yesterday, I put my number on there. So you can just use my number, chat me up. And if you need to talk to me privately, I know there's people that have questions here and they don't want to share, right? Thank you to Esther and Blessing. I know there are people that have questions here and they don't want to talk about it here. You want to talk about it in private, please reach out to me, right? When we finish this video, I'm going to still put my number in the description box. You can still go to the description box for the video yesterday. You'll see my number there. Reach out to me on WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp contact. Reach out to me if you want us to talk about anything private that you need counsel. Let's talk about it. Okay? I'm always available for you. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at criteria to make marital decisions. Criteria to make marital decisions. Yes. I'm having this urge for us to have the conversation on the WhatsApp group. Okay. I'm just having that for us to have it on the WhatsApp group for those who didn't benefit, also to benefit. Because a lot of people said they've been having network issues, but still come back to watch the replay of this live session. All right. I celebrate you all. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Yes, Esther, I can see the excitement already. Thank you so much for joining tonight. It's been great having you. Please, before you go, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel because a lot will be coming up on this channel. I'll be talking a lot about relationship. I'm talking a lot about marriage. I'm talking a lot about personal development, finances, of course, and business when it comes to marriage and relationship, right? So there's so much I'll be unveiling. Quickly subscribe to this channel. Please, let's do that. Let's do that. I love you all from the depth of my heart. Share this video with a friend. Share this video with a lady that you know is going to be very important to her. Share it and you know it will help her, right? I look forward to seeing you in my DM. I look forward to seeing you in the WhatsApp group. Yes, I celebrate you all. This is Sarah Sunny. I'm always here to help you. Do have a blessed night. Bye.